So this morning I noticed that Rebel News is trying to claim that the one reporter from the Hill Times got extremely aggressive with them, and he was the instigator that caused all the problems and blah blah blah. And to be honest, I've seen a partial video. I couldn't, it was shot from so far away you can't hear half of what is going on, but to me it doesn't sound like anyone has raised voices whatsoever. I did see a few moments of footage where like a bunch of reporters swarmed Ezra and asked him questions about this website that he has set up in order to campaign against Carney. He's denying that it is what everyone thinks it is, yada yada yada, which is hilarious because for him to say to somebody, "Oh, that's misinformation and you should be careful." Dude, you are nothing but misinformation. Your entire life, all of your websites, everything is just a propaganda fucking machine of misinformation. I did see another video of Ezra having it out with some reporter that was just sitting, it looks like he was trying to just eat, and the two of them were going at it. But none of the conversations were incredibly aggressive. I mean, the only thing that seemed to be it looked like they were going around trying to get footage because there was all these people filming and stuff like that. So it's almost like they were trying to instigate, trying to annoy people. I don't see it as highly aggressive, but again, I haven't seen all of the footage yet. If anyone comes across videos, do send it to me. And there's nothing to show what happened with the CBC desk, but apparently they came up to CBC while they were filming, which is really unprofessional. They're in the middle of a live broadcast. You don't interrupt. That's not what you do. And I don't care if people think that Rebel News will, and if you don't like CBC, I don't care. You don't do that, okay? They were working. You don't go and interrupt their live feed, right? Even if you're mad because a reporter said something or whatever, deal with it afterwards. Be fucking adults. I am kind of wondering if, Rebel News got to ask their questions last night, and Jetmeet Singh didn't answer the questions, but Carney did, and apparently they had 5 reporters, which were given accreditation to be there from the debate, association committee, whatever the hell they're called. And we've seen the questions. I've seen the questions. They were really smug and inappropriate, and they were trying to act like gotcha questions, which is ridiculous. I've already seen one people say, "Oh, did you see I really like the part when Carney admitted that there were only 2 genders." No, he said there were 2 sexes, which technically isn't right. There's more than that because there's different variations on the XY and XX chromosomes and stuff like that. But I mean, he's not a medical expert, right? He doesn't need to know that shit. As far as he understands, there's male and there's female, right? I mean, there's intersex beyond that. But it wasn't some sort of gotcha question. He's not some genetic expert. He is not, he's still very much a progressive conservative, right? The very fact that he's just he's supportive of LGBTQ rights and everything it's far as enough. It's for me. I don't need him, to be this mass cheerleader or anything like that. Just don't fucking touch our rights. That's all I'm asking. All right. Just leave the gay community and the trans, leave us alone. Don't restrict us. Don't take away medical, gender affirming care for people. Don't, take away gay rights for marriage and that kind of thing. But already with people trying to twist it to their advantage, I feel like Rebel News got their questions out the first night, got whatever fucking sound clips that they needed in order to twist it into something else. And then on top of that, or should say, and then after that, the next night, they didn't have any more questions. They got what they wanted in, and I kind of feel like they purposely started causing shit. They were going around, they were irritating people on purpose to get better sound clips, because again, they're already trying to claim that this one reporter came after them and that they didn't do anything wrong, which we all know that's bullshit. Ezra is a professional shit disturber. He causes chaos on purpose. So I don't think they had any questions. I don't think they intended to ask any questions last night. I think that they wanted to go around, irritate the reporters, and get their little clips, get their sound bites so that they could play victims today. So I mean, I hope the debate organizers, the committee, whatever, realize the mistake they made by allowing these guys to have, access to the debate. You can't have a professional, safe environment for people if you bring that kind of you know, bring those kinds of people in. So, like, what did you expect to happen? When you bring in people like that, you bring in professional, like, shit disturbers, what were you expecting? So it's good that they apologized today, but they really need to admit the fact that the reason this was all, that the scrum was canceled and stuff, was because of Rebel News, because you guys allowed them to come in. You made a poor decision. You should have only allowed them to have at the most one reporter. If you had no choice, if you had to bring them in because you were concerned about getting sued, then just bring one in. Why did you allow them to have 5 people that could, basically ask like their 5 questions and hold up the lines and take over the whole scrum at the French debate? Like, why? I don't understand. Like, you should have just allowed the one reporter. Hell, everybody should have just been allowed one reporter, have them each get one question or whatever for each member. And but like I said, if anybody sees any videos or whatever that they want to send to me to see, like, I don't think is that I don't want to go over to Rebel News. I don't want to go over to True North and all this stuff to see what videos they have, because the moment I do that, then my algorithm's going to get all screwed up, and I don't want to see that garbage. So if anybody wants to send me videos that they found, preferably not from them, but from other people, I would appreciate it. But from most of what I seen, it wasn't like I said, it wasn't extremely aggressive, and there wasn't anybody yelling and screaming. It was just people basically telling Rebel News that we know you did this, we know you're behind this website, and we feel that you shouldn't be here. And they have the right to say that.